Hello everyone, welcome back to another session of AWS Mastery course. And in this session, we are going to understand the different advantages of cloud computing. Means what is flexibility, what is availability, what is durability, and so on. We are going to learn all these features and benefits of cloud computing in this particular session. So as you can see on your screen, benefits of cloud computing. So when we talk about the benefits, so cloud computing is having lots of benefits when we are using it. Okay, so we can save our cost, we can save our data, we can save our time, and we can make our process fast with the help of cloud computing. That's the reason like companies are actually adopting cloud computing. And as you can see, like almost each and every sector has been shifting themselves from I can say previously I can say infrastructures to modern cloud computing infrastructures. Okay, so reason is like they want very fast and smooth experience, and they want to retain their users. And how they can retain their users, or I can say customers, when they will be having when they will be able to provide best experience to their customers and users. So these are the few I can say benefits which we are going to I can say learn in this entire session. So I have already told you about the cost saving. So as you can see on your screen, cost saving is written. Means like when we are using cloud computing, we don't have to worry about the hardware, we don't have to worry about the software as well. So when we don't have to worry about these things, means we are going to save our cost somewhere. Okay, and in the upcoming session we'll also be learning in a very detailed manner like how we are actually saving the cost, when we will be I can say understanding the the pricing model of AWS. So we'll be understanding this thing as well. And the next we are having scalability. So in the previous sessions I have already told you about the scalability. Means when we are using cloud computing, means we can have lots of option in order to scale up our things, in order to scale up our infrastructure. I can say uh, uh, like kind of the load which we are using. Okay, means let's suppose we are having the capacity of 200 user, but we are getting 2000 user. So in that scenario we can automatically scale up our things, and we can make the experience better for our user. So next we are having flexibility, which we have already understood. And performance, like what is performance, like we can actually reduce the latency. And what is latency? Latency is something I can say it's a kind of delay, okay, when you are accessing something. So if you are reducing this delay time, means you are making the experience better. So generally we uh, I can say we try to enhance our performance, and with the help of cloud computing we can have the better performance as well. Next we are having security. So as you know, like we are not using any hardware or software things in our own premises, and we are just using cloud computing. We are just renting out some I can say services from some companies like AWS, or you know what we can say like Microsoft Azure, or Google Cloud Platform. So we are just renting out some services, so we don't have the access of physical things which are responsible to run the infrastructure. Okay, so when we don't have the access, means like the security will be better, means no one else can actually access that particular thing. Okay, so the hardware is safe and the software is safe, and we are just having the access, and we are just building our I can say solution on cloud. So we can say we'll be having the best security we can understand as well. Next we are having automatic updates. Means we don't have to worry about the updates. And when we are using AWS, so the updates are very often, and things are getting improved day by day. So when there is something I can say happening in this world, so these cloud models, or I can say cloud services provider, generally update their infrastructure or their services, so that you can compete with the ongoing things. Okay, so the next is disaster recovery. Means you don't have to worry about the recovery of your files or the data of which you are having. Means like we are having some concept related to like snapshots, or I can say backups of the file. So whenever we want, we can have the backup of our data, and the data which we are having is actually safe on the cloud. So earlier when we were having on premises infrastructure, so in that scenario, if there is a situation of fire, or I can say flood, or any disaster, so in that scenario there were lots of chances when we were actually losing our data. But these days, like when we are using cloud computing, we don't have to worry about what we can say about the data. Okay, so the data recovery is better with the cloud. So the next which we are having is collaboration. Means you, with the help of cloud, you can collaborate with lots of people, and you can collaborate by using lots of tools as well. These days, like work from home is I can say quite common, and with the help of cloud computing we are able to do this. And if we will not be having using cloud computing, then we cannot actually think about the work from home related things, because the platform like Google Meets, or Zoom meetings, or Slack, or Teams, like lots of platform which we can actually collaborate, or I can say communicate, or what we can say, we can share our resources in real time, are actually being done by using what we can say our cloud computing. So these are the things which we can actually understand about the cloud computing. Okay, so these are the benefits, or we can say advantages, we are having when we are actually using cloud computing. Okay, so the next thing which we are having, like I'm going to have two scenarios, and the scenarios which we are actually going to study. The first is like IT before the cloud. So when we were not having the cloud, what was the situation of our IT industry? And also we will compare it with the when we are having the cloud in the IT. So we are going to I can say compare both the scenarios. Okay, so first, when we are not having cloud, so the maintenance of the server. Okay, so let's just take one example. So let me take you back 10-20 years back. So at that time, like we were having some limitations. So whenever like might be you are having this idea, so in each and every bank there is one server room. So earlier, like it was something like some kind of some machines are is there, and or I can say some devices are over there. Okay, so in order to maintain the server, like physical things are there, like physical devices. So in order to maintain that, like we were having a separate like person who is actually managing, or I can say maintaining all the things. And we were having we were the electricity consumptions were high, and we have to maintain the whole server room as well. But now, like we are not doing this. Okay, so in the like upcoming slide, I will be letting you know like what exactly the change we are having these days. Okay, so next is like increase in expenditure. Obviously, when we are having the devices, like I can say physical devices in our premises, so in order to maintain those devices, or I can say those servers, we need to I can say maintain them. And in order to maintain them, like we have to spend our money. Okay, so expenditure cost is higher. Okay, so next is data privacy and security is poor. So the data, like the server you are having in your own premises, so whatever the data you are actually saving daily, so if you are not sharing that data with I can say third party things, so the data you are having in your own premises. Okay, so when you are having the data in your own premises, so in that scenario, if there is a situation of fire or any disaster, so we can say like the data security or privacy is poor. Or also, like we have watched lots of movie in which a guy is going inside the banks or inside the office, and they are just putting one pen drive, and they are just downloading the data, and they are just what we can say, they are just destroying each and everything with just one pen drive. Okay, so when you are having everything is in your premises, like anyone can actually perform these kind of attacks. Means like anyone can come and they can just plug one pen drive, and they can install some kind of malwares, and they will remove all the data, or I can say they will kind of corrupt the data. Okay, so data privacy is very high when we are using cloud, because you don't have, like no one is actually having the access of the server on which you are having the data. Okay, so apart from that, we are having scalability and flexibility. So we have already understood this in the previous slide, like what exactly scalability and flexibility is, and how actually cloud is helping us. But like these were the problems which we are having when we were not having the cloud. So now in the next slide, we are having like IT after cloud. So the first is, data privacy and security. So as I have already told you, like no one is actually having the physical access of the server on which you are having the data. So when no one is having the access, like your data is quite secure. And also you are the one who is actually configuring your servers and like the other related things. And also like the cloud services provider actually ensures the data privacy and security. So when they are ensuring, means like your data is quite safe and secure. Apart from that, like no maintenance worries, means like you don't have any physical servers or you don't have any physical devices which you have to maintain, so you don't have to worry about the maintenance cost. So the third point which we are having is, as you can see on your screen, the third point which we are having is faster data recovery. Means like if we talk about AWS specifically, means in AWS like we are having lots of snapshot options, as I have already told you. Means like every day you can just schedule a backup, and whatever the things you have I can say done, there will be a snapshot of that thing. And when there will be any kind of disaster or any kind of mishappening with your data or any misconfiguration, you can just back up your data easily or you can recover your data easily. So we will be doing this practically in the upcoming sessions as well. And next is scale dynamically. Means no matter how many users or how many visitors you are going to get on your website, like if you are using cloud computing, it is going to scale up the things dynamically, or I can say in a very fast manner. Next, we are having reduced cost. So when we are having all these things into the cloud, we can say we are just reducing the cost if we compare it to the physical infrastructure. Okay, so these were the I can say advantages or benefits of using cloud computing. So I hope you guys have understood about the features and the advantages of cloud computing in this particular session. Okay, so that's it for now. Let's meet in the next session. Till then, just take care of yourself. Thank you so much.